One of the things that's really interesting about the Cold War is how did we get so many dangerous weapons in such a short time period? Well, the Cold War competition between the United States and the Soviet Union is what led to a buildup of armed forces and weapons, and we call that the arms race. In this particular picture, you can see this type of bomb is an atom bomb, and you can tell by the mushroom cloud what kind of damage it could do to a place. And this is what the Soviet military looked like during the Cold War era. You can see they're having a parade here. So all of these weapons are being shown to the public in a display that they're proud of. And so you can see how the competition is going to heat up between these two countries. This is an American nuclear missile, and you already know by the information you studied in World War II with Hiroshima and Nagasaki what kind of damage that this type of missile can cause. The competition between the United States and the Soviet Union carried over into what we call the space race with the launching of Sputnik. This was the world's first space satellite, and this meant that the Soviet Union had a missile powerful enough to reach the United States because they were able to launch this into space first. Once Sputnik was launched, it was newspaper articles like these that were all across the United States. And so Americans began to feel like, wait, we've got to figure something out. The Soviets shouldn't be ahead of us in space technology. So what are we going to do? And this is going to lead to the development of NASA. So, how has new technology advancements helped to improve the quality of life in the United States? Many of these advancements came directly from the space exploration program and NASA and that competition that had developed between the United States and the Soviet Union. Satellite TV is one thing. It's hard to believe that at one time we didn't have hundreds of channels to surf through to watch different programs on TV. But before the space race, that was the case. In fact, even the laptop was developed for NASA. NASA didn't actually invent the smoke detector, but it did make the devices much more reliable by enabling them to tell the difference between toxic fumes and ordinary water vapor. Many of you have probably only had your mom use an ear thermometer on you to check your temperature. But ear thermometers use infrared technology that was originally developed by NASA to measure the temperature of stars. It is a common myth that NASA invented Tang orange drink. NASA may not have invented it, but Tang became famous as the drink of the astronauts. NASA used Tang in many of its manned space missions. Incidentally, in 2013, astronaut Buzz Aldrin admitted Tang sucks. Now that you've heard all about the space race and the arms race, I would like for you to do a little bit of research. Can you find out an invention that we use today that was developed by NASA? I'd like for you to kind of do a description about that invention and tell how we use it and share that with the class.